I choose you! Butterfree! Speak to me.
I'm okay, Dad.
Alright, we're live. Hello, everybody.
Hello, welcome to the random discussions of the inebriated peasants. This is the best podcast in the entire fucking world. If you're not tuning in right now, you don't know what you're
The
missing.
random discussions of the rip-off Peasants podcast.
We got fucking Teddy Rubskin, the biggest YouTuber of all time. We might get the Investigamer. We got a jam-packed show tonight, and it all starts right now. So,
Current events. Brett Keane has turned into a cat. Have you heard about this?
no.
Well, apparently he made a video and he was actually a cat instead of the walrus himself. Does he? I mean, he already looked like an animal. I mean, he didn't have to reinforce that. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Spread a coin
Like a
from
queen.
the radio show. When you read the Bible in the Quran. Alright, by the way, before we get this show started, I'd like to shout out to the Drunken Peasants Patreon. I mean, Drunken Recap. Do not support that terrible show, the Drunken Peasants. Don't give them money. Give us money. Because we deserve it.
Okay, so today it was announced that Canada is officially in a recession, and Canada is one of our biggest import-export partners. So how do you guys think it'll affect the U.S.'s economy, and do you think we will be in a recession pretty soon, once more like we were in 2008?
Teddy Rubskin, do you have a comment?
I don't know.
Alright, we have one disapproval.
Off to a good start here.
Yeah.
Well, I obviously hope that the U.S. doesn't, get into another recession. But you gotta. Well, whose dog is that?
It's Teddy Rubskin's dog.
My dog.
How does a bear own a dog? That just does not make
It's
any
not my dog. It's on my end. It's dog.
What type of dog do you have?
I don't have a dog. It's my neighbor's dog.
That sucks. Do you live in like an apartment complex? Is that why like you can hear your neighbor's dog, or?
No, its window's open.
So, Teddy Rubskin, how unfairly are you treated as a bear, as an American citizen?
Say what?
As a bear, like how unfairly are you treated as living in America?
Not really treated unfair. It's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, what is fair anyway?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think you have to either identify as a hardcore Republican or something else to be considered accepted among society. I like how Republican parties.
It's a dog.
So when Obama, like, there's no evidence to prove that Obama is an illegal immigrant or an immigrant at all, but they get suspicious of it just because he's African American. However, Ted Cruz runs for president and is openly Canadian, and he just gets a free pass, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's the greatest man of all time."
What's worse, being openly gay or openly Canadian? And by the way, Ted Cruz has no chance on becoming president. Like, he's very low in the polls.
Somebody in the chat said I should stop doing my Brett Keane impression because it makes the show even more AIDS. Well, you see, atheists, they just...
He told you to stop. He told you to stop.
Our videos. When you read the Bible and the Quran, you see that there's a distinct difference in... Alright, we're done. Let's move on. You
Well,
got one?
it's simple. That Ted Cruz is white, and that's about it. That's it.
Ted Cruz is white. That's why he gets a free pass. Also, he's Republican. So.
But he's Cuban now.
Have you
Wasn't
seen
he
the
Cuban?
those Opportunity Lives commercials? You know those the ones.
He's
You know those Opportunity Lives commercials?
the
You know
white.
the ones that play on the radio. It's like, we believe opportunity lives in America, and we call ourselves Republicans. You know that?
No.
I heard that ad on the radio. I don't
that-
like the radio much anymore.
Well, yeah, I have to hear it on the radio all the time. I was on YouTube, and then this ad played. It was another Opportunity Lives commercial. It's like, I believe in education, which is kind of hilarious since all Republicans do is try and cut education and spending on all that stuff. But now they're for education.
Do they try to cut education? I think both parties equally fund education. Republicans try to cut like Social Security and stuff like that. I mean, there's more money goes into Social Security than the military budget, though. So I mean,
No, but the big stinger at the end of the big O, Republicans is right, is I just want my country to stop spending less on stupid stuff.
to
That makes
stop
me-
spending less. on
Yeah,
stupid
and then
stuff.
that apparently makes her a Republican. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they try to cover up all the anti-gay,
I just want to.
send
I
everyone to war, kill them all.
I just want to stop giving gay people food stamps. I mean, seriously.
No, that's oppression. Those poor Christians just being oppressed every day.
Starving Christians. Is G-Man a Republican?
The weird thing is, I actually saw him comment on one of you know that Dusty Smith video, the one where he said if he was president of the United States.
No, I'm
Well,
not.
G-Man commented on the video and says, despite the whole stuff about religion, he'd vote for Dusty Smith. Which is
So
kinda funny.
President?
Yeah, he'd vote for Dusty Smith. for
Dusty,
Just one vote.
he said he was gonna run for Congress, so or something like
No,
recently.
he has no chance. I mean, if they just anyone even looks at his YouTube channel, they're gonna be put off by his anti-theism.
Well, Donald Trump has a
What
chance.
he's doing right now. I liked his old videos and stuff like that, but he hasn't been making as many videos recently.
He hasn't made one video in like months, but he says he's coming back. He's on a hiatus, I guess, and he's doing stuff on
Right, he
Facebook.
also said on the show that he's doing a lot of Facebook stuff. He's active on Facebook. I don't know what.
Yeah, I mean, I live in Denver, and Dusty lived in Denver for a while. And, you know, he doesn't accept my Facebook requests, but me and Dusty have a couple mutual friends, and they're all like, you know, 19-year-old girls that he's trying to bang.
Well, Dusty Smith is a pedophile, and we know it.
We
Well-
all know Dusty's weakness, right? Each of the atheist superpowers has their own weakness, right?
Yeah,
What is DJ's greatest weakness?
Dusty's just one step away from becoming Jared Fogle. Darwinist dog, the canine who stays.
Yeah.
The canine who saw
Wait,
a canine
but-
become a non-canine. Hold on, let me read this comment. Darwinist dog, the canine who saw a canine become a non-canine.
Yes, Haley.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that our lemon tree finally grew
Me too.
and sprouted fruitful lemony lemons.
I know. Me too. I mean, imagine we can make lemonade, key lemon pie, lemon meringue pie.
I think it's the most valuable property that we have.
I do agree. I think we should go to the bank and get a loan. Actually, I think we should just get lemon tree insurance.
I think you're right.
and then get a loan and use the lemon tree as collateral because it is now insured. I truly do love our lemon tree.
Just imagine a life full of lemon trees.
I know, and all our beautiful lemons.
Endless possibilities.
Endless possibilities. They're so beautiful.
I wish I was a
Yeah.
lemon.
You wish you were a lemon? If you were a lemon, I would put you on my shelf and cherish you like I cherish all our lemons.
That's so beautiful.
I try.
I only hope that the whores aren't stealing our lemons. You know, those naughty whores always steal lemons.
We do have a couple lemon whores in this community. That's
Those damn lemon-stealing whores.
hate them. Because no one will take our prized lemons from us.
Hey, has it been about 10 seconds since we looked at our lemon tree?
It has been about 10 seconds till we looked at a lemon tree.
Hey!
Hey, what the fuck?
It's a whore!
It's a whore stealing our lemons. Here,
James, give the lemons back.
you can't have these, you
These
lemon
are our
whore.
babies. Guys, these are my lemons. These are our lemons.
No, they're not.
They're the
I
fruit
saw
of the
you
loom.
taking them.
They're mine.
No, they're
James,
not.
guys, I'm going to put these in safeguard, and you teach her a lesson about lemon stealing.
Are you gonna steal lemons?
Yeah.
Why? Do not steal our lemons.
I
Those
want the
are our
lemons.
No, these are our lemons. Come here.
People made it up in the chat. He commented on it in last week's episode. A lot of people hated that episode, like, because I supposedly bullied Creationist Cat. And his innocence was, like, ruined after doing that episode. It was so bad. You know, offline, he said he blames himself because he smoked weed during the show, which is not very Christian of him, I would say, but...
What a nice guy blaming himself, even though it was totally our fault. Yeah, he's a good sport. He's like a pretty funny guy, pretty interesting guy though. But I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know why you were trying to get him to talk shit about Steve Shives. I don't think that was cool. But...
I didn't even try to. I was just doing that. It was a joke, and then he just kind of took it a bit too far.
Oh.
And made the which kind of went out of character there. I mean, as a cat who knows that the 9/11 conspiracy is
really,
true, and we know it is true. Like,
I
why would he say that a video that refutes the 9/11 conspiracy is a great video?
a really awkward moment in the last podcast. I don't know if Creationist Cat knows if he knew I was joking there, but like it was kind of awkward. But he was like, you know, you can agree with me 95% of the time, but if you disagree with me on one thing, you suddenly attack me like a piranha. And then I said, I disagree with you, so fuck you. Like I think he kind of took that seriously, like he took it to the heart. But like what I was doing was I was like, you know, I was kind of like making fun of, you know, the way people turn on you. Like, you know, because I'll agree with the amazing atheist like 99% of the time, but as soon as he makes a video that I disagree with and I say, oh, that's wrong.
Oh, he's a piece of shit and should die.
Yeah, like his recent video about Molly Shattuck. I mean, I didn't really agree with that 100%. And, you know, your opinion kind of changes on him. And then all of a sudden that's where the trolls come in.
You know who I'm trying to get on this podcast?
Who?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Atheism is Unstoppable.
And he doesn't do
I
that.
think it will be interesting to have that guy on.
He's
Because
a little
honestly,
pretentious. He thinks an awful lot of himself.
yeah, no, I'm just gonna interview with him. I mean, if a critic can actually like get him on his hangout, like why can't I? And honestly, I don't think he's that racist. Like clearly as much of a piece of shit as people hype him up to be. Like this big evil racist who has like nothing good to say.
I know how you can get him on. Just tell him this is the anti-Jew podcast, and he'll fucking get right on.
I just said I'm from a podcast called the Drunken Recap, and I didn't mention anything in the Drunken Peasants Wiki, or else they'll probably like.
No, he's not a complete racist, but he's like a casual racist. He has like some gradients. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he kind of said stuff a bit wrong, and then whenever he's trying to defend his points, and then the consensus goes against him, he gets like really angry and starts like commenting with like nasty comments that are just like inappropriate for somebody who has with that much responsibility as a YouTuber. I mean, like even if you don't agree with like you have to at least be sort of respectful. But he just
Does he?
is relentless.
Necessarily. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have to be respectful to fucking anybody. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
His subscribership is growing. People seem to like his dickishness. His dickishness,
His dickish.
actually,
his
a lot
insult towards people.
a
People
lot
getting
of Atheism is Unstoppable fans invaded the Drunken Peasants wiki and started commenting about like, and then they invaded the live chat for the Drunken Peasants videos and started saying that AIU is right, that TJ just has white guilt.
He's like Vegan Gains, but on a much smaller scale.
Those people are so similar. I mean, when you think about it. And what's the weird thing is that the conflicts between these two people both started about like the same time. I mean, Vegan Gains is like a hardcore vegan who thinks that anyone who's not a vegan is like a terrible person. The same way with atheism is unstoppable with atheism.
Yeah.
And also both show really psychotic and like kind of prove themselves to be like lunatics.
Yeah, now Vegan Gains, he'll flat out lie to people, and
No, I think
nobody
Vegan
will
Gains-
catch on to that.
I first thought atheism is unstoppable was worse until Gaines did the Rubskin death threats and the filming of his own dead relative.
He made fun of Furious Pete for having cancer, and he said the only reason why Furious Pete has cancer is because he has high IGF-1 levels. Now, IGF-1 will make every cell in your body grow, and that includes cancer cells. So if you have high IGF-1 levels in your body, that means, you're growing at a healthy rate. But what Vegan Gains is saying is that it causes cancer, which is completely wrong. I mean, it's stupid, but like, if fucking one person believes what he's saying, it's kind of like Anita Sarkeesian in a way, but the vegan version.
I think atheism is unstoppable is way more like easier to follow. Like more people will subscribe to his view of thinking rather than Vegan Games, because after those videos, I'm pretty sure he lost like 20,000 subscribers.
well, vegan.
Yeah, he was moderately popular, I guess, until he made the
I mean, his point of view isn't just something he pulls out of his ass either. He reads about the shit online. There's a lot of sources that talk about veganism.
He's almost like he's like Onision. Like anyone who's not a vegan is like a terrible person who needs to.
I think Onision's just a vegetarian. He's not a full-on vegan.
Well, they act the same. They think that like anyone who's doesn't subscribe to not eating meat is like a piece of shit and should die. That's what Onision has said in the past.
Well, as far as like, bodybuilding goes, Vegan Gains does not have an impressive like body at all. Like his chest is just completely non-existent. He's never shown his legs, and he said that he competed in like a bodybuilding tournament and got in like 5th place. And he said that the only reason why he lost was because he was like tall, which is like the shittiest excuse ever.
Well, if he just like ate more vegetables, he would have like become God, basically.
You're supposed to eat meat because it has fucking protein. It increases
Shut up.
your
You
growth
don't know
hormone
what you're
levels.
talking about. It's that animals are being slaughtered every day, and then you just want to profit off that for your own selfish gain? How terrible of a person
You
you
get
are.
protein from nuts. You just gotta eat nuts.
I mean, Teddy Rubskin is a bear. Like most of his relatives are eat. Have you ever heard a creationist keep arguing that we're just like any other animal if evolution is true?
Wow.
That's the reason.
I had that many personal arguments with creationists.
Well, that's the reason for eating meat is because God apparently because if you believe in evolution, then we're all just the same, so we should be able to eat humans, which is not really true at all. It's just the social structure of society.
Well, we'll get sick if we eat humans.
I know.
And plus, humans don't taste good. And actually, people have eaten humans before, if you know about John Wayne Gacy. But, I mean,
Was that Asian guy who ate humans and then got away with it? No, wait, I think he got out of prison.
Reptile from Mortal Kombat?
No, he's a real person.
People.
No, he spent his life eating people, and then he said that humans taste like human.
Kirby. You're talking about Kirby, right?
No, he's a real person, not like a fictional character.
Kirby's a real person? What are you talking about?
Oh.
Big guy who can suck up enemies.
Oh yeah, Teddy Rubskin, I'd like to ask you a question about Nintendo. Do you play Smash Brothers or any other modern gaming console? Do you play any of that stuff?
Nah. I mean, the first Smash Brothers was on the 64, which is I was kind of getting out of it by that time. When I got the PlayStation 2, it was just to use it as a DVD player, pretty much. You know, my video games kind of stopped with that era. You know, all my stuff is before that.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Do you? I think you don't even use Blu-rays, buy Blu-rays or anything.
Fuck no. Most of my collection is VHS tapes and shit.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really a fan of that. I'm just saying, because basically you're getting poor quality, and then the aspect ratio is all wrong. It's all modified, and it kind of looks weird. So you you've never went home and then bought any modern movies at all? 'Cause you have to buy them on DVD. There's no VHS.
Like what?
Let's say you wanted to buy Captain America Winter Soldier, but you can't because it's not a VHS.
Well, they don't make videos anymore.
I know, they stopped making them back in 2002 or something, I don't know.
2007, 2008, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So my
Much less
question,
movie collection,
so my question is,
but not a lot.
yeah, so if you wanted to buy something modern like Captain America the Winter Soldier, which you said is pretty good, and if you wanted to buy it, you couldn't buy it on VHS, you had to buy it on DVD or Blu-ray. So do you buy them on DVD?
I haven't, but I could. I got a DVD player, laptop. Watch DVDs anytime.
So you must be committed to nostalgia.
Not committed to nostalgia. I'm just, what I've got.
Speaking of nostalgia, I understand I watched a couple of your videos. I understand you're a fan of AVGN, right? The Angry Video Game Nerd.
Yep.
Yeah, what do you think about his new episodes? Do you think they're still good, or do you long for his older stuff?
I mean, his older stuff's still there. He's kind of moved on to doing different stuff. He'll still do the occasional old school style reviews, but now he does weekly, just let's play a game thing, right?
Yeah, well, video game YouTubers. he was like one of the first ones, and now there's like PewDiePie and all those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is like
Business.
it's kind of
Huge.
weird how like the nostalgia critic and angry video game nerd for some weird reason like they keep their ad used to be advertised as like feeding on nostalgia in the past, but for some weird reason they now they review like modern games. I mean,
I haven't seen AVGN review any new games. He always
Well,
reviews like
I
hot
mean-
shit.
I mean from the
Godzilla. She was
from
brand
the
new.
2000s era, he's reviewed games from the 2000s. He's reviewed Big Rigs and Seaman on the
Seaman.
Dreamcast.
Like a month ago, he reviewed the new Godzilla for PlayStation 4.
Well, that was a Let's Play. I was talking about his I would consider his actual videos, not his Let's Plays.
Seaman was on the Dreamcast, right?
Yeah, Seaman on the Dreamcast.
And that was only like 15 years ago or something.
I know. But yeah, and then Nostalgia Critic, he's reviewing movies that are still in theaters.
He did a review of his own game, which was only a few years ago, and it's a Steam game.
But I'd say Nostalgia Critic, most of the movies he's reviewed have had some relevance to nostalgia. But
Sure.
there's this one review.
The Jurassic World, which ties in with Jurassic Park, of course. But that's where it is, you know. Mad Max. This summer had a lot. Mad Max, Jurassic World. It's the past in a big way. You know, how can you not talk about the original Jurassic Park from 1993 when you talk about Jurassic World? You know.
He reviewed the AVGN movie as well, which was this last year.
I mean, because the thing is that nostalgia is very relevant.
You know, I actually went to a convention, met him.
You met him?
Well, technically, one of my friends that I went to talked to him. He got up and met him. I saw him. It was at a Connecticon, I think. They had like Team 4-Star and then the Nostalgia Critic. So it was
Right on.
pretty- What? Awkward silence for 5 seconds.
Well, yeah. Nostalgia Critic seems like a human being.
A human being.
I think he
That is
probably
fast.
sleeps at night. That's about what I could say. Seemed like a nice guy. I don't know.
Well, he kind of is a bit of a
He's a feminist.
kind of like that. He's not really that much of one. Even he has like defended Anita Sarkeesian in the past, but he's not the worst out of that guy with the glasses group. I mean, I'm surprised they allowed TJ on there.
We should.
That guy from the glasses group. He's that guy with the glasses.
I know, but like
They're all underneath his armpits, right? And he's kind of like hugging the rest of them, or he's kind of like over top of them. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
kind of like that.
Test it. Have their head
I'm
in his
surprised
armpit.
they allowed TJ to get on that show because, for one, Doug and like his female counterpart, like counterproduct, the Nostalgia Chick is like a hardcore feminist, and Doug is like kind of a moderate feminist, I guess. And they would allow TJ on. Like, TJ is really infamous for being like making the most anti-feminist videos.
We should rename the podcast the Drunken Feminist Podcast, just
No.
to be like, ironic. Yeah.
What do you mean they let TJ on what?
They didn't let him on.
Yeah, he was on that guy with glasses site.
Well, he was on the website, but he never did any reviews of Doug.
I know, but
He-
I'm surprised that you have to go through.
Guys who were on like Channel Awesome or that guy with the glasses. But TJ started off, he tried to do movie reviews and stuff like that. He wanted to be like that's what he wanted to do.
Well, he was mentioned in a review of the Nostalgia Critic, so he was called the Stressed Watcher, and then
Right,
that's what his
Stressed
name was. And then Nostalgia Critic called him and referenced him in one of his reviews of X-Men.
There was one Distressed Watcher video that I didn't like. It was when he reviewed Scott Pilgrim. Now, he said Scott Pilgrim, the movie, flopped for several reasons, but the main reason why I think it flopped was because it was rated R, and the main demographic that wanted to see that movie was like 13 years old, you know? And when they released it on DVD, they re-rated it to PG. And the only reason why it was rated R is because there was references to, like, you know, gay relationships and stuff like that,
Wait,
which is fucking stupid.
I forgot.
It was rated R, and then it was rated PG.
Oh,
And it was
you know what? Mad Max should have been PG-13, I think. I mean, besides a few violence, I couldn't really think of there was no F-bombs in the film, I think. And, like even when they, showed...
R is also marketing. Because, you know, the last Expendables movie was released as PG-13, and everybody was like... It's like if you rate the movie R, you actually are expanding your audience.
I know, kind of, but...
Want to see R-rated movies, and people are tired of seeing the soft version of a horror movie in the theater, and then when it comes on DVD, it's like, unrated. It's unrated. Like, thanks.
I mean, the movie itself, if it was uncut, like, it's still, I could pass it off as a PG-13 rating, but I could see why, like, if you give people, especially when you have, like, nostalgic movies, like something from the 80s, like Mad Max, it's the same thing with Terminator. If you rate something that has, like, been previously established to be rated R, if you, like, say, oh, PG-13, people are gonna freak out.
And Mad Max was selling itself on the action, so they wanted you to, you know, hey, it's R-rated, so the action's going to be intense, intense, right?
I know.
Like, yeah.
Well, if you watch the Scott Pilgrim movie, it's definitely not. It shouldn't have became a rated R movie. I mean, that is such a big mistake that they fucking made. I mean, PG-13, yeah, but rated R, I just thought they went a little bit too far with that, just because one of the characters in the movie was gay, and that's pretty much why they made it rated R.
That's the only thing I can think of. You know, it was in the movie, really.
But I remember I couldn't see that. I couldn't see that when I was like 13 because it was rated R, but me and a lot of my friends actually were going to go out to see that, but we couldn't because it was rated R. So I mean, that's why I think it flopped, but you know, that's just my opinion.
I mean, that's kind of weird. Like,
rated 18.
I mean, if your target demographics,
then you can all go in, right?
I mean, if you're trying to market to your target demographic and are not even letting them able to see the movie, well, I don't think most of Edgar Wright's films have not really done that well in theaters.
No.
Like,
They're
what
relative. You know, it's the same with the Del Toro guy. Guillermo Del Toro. His movies have not done that well. But they've done well relatively. That's all it is in Hollywood. Relatively successful. The less your movie costs, the less it has to make.
I was talking to Teddy Rubskin before the show, and he said that the reason why everyone hates the show is just because they're jealous.
Jealous.
Yeah, you're jealous.
Why would they be jealous?
Because you got the creationist cat on.
I actually...
And you got petty motherfucker. I mean, come on, right?
If they're jealous, then I actually feel bad for them.
Always feel jealous always feel bad for the jealous people. You know, say it. I think that all the time. You know, people are like, "You suck," and I'm like, "Uh huh." Jealous.
I envy over this channel with 92 subscribers. Ugh.
Well, I mean, you guys got the Creationist Kit. You got fucking Galen on there.
Yeah.
We
What?
got we got
Galen.
Teddy fucking Rubskin, the biggest
That's right.
YouTuber of all time.
Biggest. Well, the
You should
superstar.
sponsor our show next time. Well, okay. Well, what happened? Basically, they got in a argument with Kent Hovind and Kent Hovind's butt buddy, Racer X, which is weird because, like, why are all these creationists like name themselves X? Venom Fang X, Racer X, which is weird. Then like,
The Illuminati.
well, here's the thing: if Ken Hovind,
They got Mario to sign up. He's coming. We've heard this before, though, right?
yeah, well, we've heard this like a billion times. Like,
Yeah,
I remember
I'm not counting.
it was like a year ago when they said, "Oh, we're having Vigilant Christian on the show sometime," and then that never happened. And finally, he's coming on. Finally.
So is the Kent Hovind debate off now? Is that been-
Maybe not. I don't know. Probably is.
It well, like I don't even want to see it. It's just the same fucking.
It's like the same thing as the Venom Fang X.
Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over again. I'm tired of it.
Honestly,
the Bill Nye versus Ken Ham thing was just retarded. You know, I watched that whole thing. I was just like, this is retarded.
Rubskin, were you there? Were you there?
I-
Sure, can't prove the past. The past can't be a truth.
Were you there? Yeah. Were you there at the creation?
That's why I consider Venom Fang X episode of the Drunken Peasants to be the worst one ever. Like, once you listen to it, you're like, yeah, we're finally talking to this guy, and then
A lot of
20
people.
minutes later, I'm like,
They,
My Venom Fang X video is that they were way too stoned at the beginning of the show, and they were being really polite to him because they were like, "Oh, it's good that he's on the show."
and they had to like
He
agree.
didn't get optimistic until like the last half hour of the show, and then I think that by then the kind of weed wore off, and he was like, "Okay, maybe I should antagonize him a little bit."
No, he wasn't. He was like being respectful. Like, are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
True.
This guy literally like stole money from charity for his own stuff. He raised like $100,000 with his stupid Genesis 3D project, and that has yet to be released. He's
Genesis.
a terrible person, and honestly, he deserves all the hatred he can get.
Yeah, it does. Was this a Sega Genesis 3D project?
No, Genesis 3D. I'm pretty sure you haven't heard of this, but basically, Eric Hovind, Eric Hovind, Ken Hovind's son, teamed up with Venom Fang X to fund this ambitious Christian project called Genesis 3D, which basically tries to tell the accurate history of the world according to Genesis in like crappy CGI effects. Eggs, notice me. Yes,
Anyway.
I noticed you.
You mentioned the Sega Genesis. I prefer the Super Nintendo, as I think most people do. Like my favorite game,
The love. Hello.
Games You Up with Brett Keane.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's
Red
from
Team
Playing
Super
from God TV radio show here.
Right, I got Super Nintendo too, because the Super Nintendo is essential. There's some essential games on it, right?
Yeah. So
Zero, that Zelda game, fantastic. There's a lot of fantastic games on there. But
yeah.
it's
So,
incomplete without the Sega Genesis, because some of those games were better on the Genesis.
okay. Well, yeah. My favorite game on the Genesis would have to be Sonic 2. I remember
Yeah, that's mine.
I got to the point where I could beat that game in like 3 hours, you know. But my favorite game on the SNES would obviously be Super Mario World.
Yeah. Yoshi's Island. Love that game.
It was okay, but I think there's more nostalgia with Super Mario World.
Well, actually, the first console I had was a Sega Genesis. All I played was Sonic all the day.
Streets of Rage.
Yeah, some good shit.
Golden Axe.
Golden Axe. I haven't played that one.
Got an
Golden Axe, more like Golden Ass. Ha ha.
Golden Axe. I'll play it. I play some of that. Golden Axe.
You know, what was it again? I haven't really played anything besides Sonic. I mean, I did play a few games, but like they were kind of okay on the Genesis. I still have the Genesis, but it's like the router, you know, that stupid thing they have to like connect to the TV. It just doesn't work anymore. So
the thing was, Genesis fucked up the following system. The sad ending fucked up. Nintendo kept it going. They just kept it going, right?
The Dreamcast is pretty good.
Dreamcast, but they had already fucked up with the previous system.
Yeah.
So unfortunate. They couldn't really recover fully. You know, the Dreamcast didn't do well enough to keep it afloat. Especially now when the competition was the PlayStation 2. You know, everybody had the PlayStation 2. You know,
in the GameCube, motherfucker, it had Luigi's Mansion, man. You ain't got shit on that.
and then Smash Brothers Melee.
on that. Luigi's a motherfucking Ghostbuster. What?
Yeah, he tries to rescue Mario from the ghost.
I can't remember if that's a good game or not. Last time I played it, I was like 6 years old. Yeah, but everybody had the PS2. Like, I mean, the GameCube was just off to the side. The Xbox was just off to the side. It was just all about the PS2 until the 360 came out.
Generation in video games. And PlayStation 2 is still the record holder for the most successful system of all time. 150 million units worldwide.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think that the Nintendo mostly does really successful nowadays with his handheld consoles, and then doesn't really do
very well too.
it doesn't do really well with the home consoles, but with the
DS.
yeah, the DS.
Everybody got the Wii. The Wii sold like 90 million units worldwide. Everybody.
Well, that's because of the motion control gimmick.
Right. There was the game for babies and old people.
Yeah.
You know, you still see a Wii sitting plugged into a TV at an old folks' home. You know, and some guy shuffling up there to play the bowling. Like,
Yeah,
that's the only game I think I ever played on the Wii was bowling. Right, that was it. I went to my friend's house to play bowling. That's it. Was there other games on that disc? Like baseball? No. Golf?
No. There's other games on the Wii. There's Smash Brothers, Mario. That has all that stuff.
I played those. Smash Brothers on the Wii. The Melee game? No, wait.
No.
Melee was GameCube.
No, Melee was GameCube. Brawl was the Wii one. And then the newer one just calls it Smash Brothers for Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
I'd always play Smash Brothers for GameCube, but I don't think I've ever played it on the Wii though. I've only played the Wii like a handful of times.
Well,
So.
the Brawl one kind of
I
does.
know, I've seen it, and that's the thing with Nintendo is that they guarantee certain games are going to be on every new Nintendo. It's going to have a Mario Kart, it's going to have a Smash Brothers, it's going to have a Zelda. You know, it's expected. You know, you got that new Game Boy thing with the two screens, and like, yep. Is there a Pokemon for that? Like, no, there's no fucking Pokemon. Are you serious? Of course there's a fucking Pokemon. with a portable Nintendo. You know, Xbox has one game like that.
Halo.
What's one Xbox game? Yeah, Halo. That's it. What else does Xbox have?
What else? What else?
They're multi-platform for the most part, you know.
There's a game on the Xbox 360 called Space Giraffe, and it is the most fucked up thing ever. You could probably download it for like $5 though, but it's just like an acid trip of the game. But I'd play Space Giraffe, I'd play Ninja Plus, Call of Duty, and Halo, and those were probably like the only 4 games I had on the Xbox.
So we should probably end the show now.